There's a silence in the hallway where your laughter used to live. Every picture on the wall now feels like something I can't forgive. I trace your name in dust and shadow, like it's still mine to hold. But love don't warm an empty bedroom, it just leaves you cold. You said forever like a promise, like it couldn't break in two. Now I'm staring at the ceiling, talking to the ghost of you. I'm hanging by a bare wire, sparks falling in the dark. Every word you left unsaid, still burning in my heart. I gave you all my fire, now I'm trembling in the cold. You cut me loose without a warning, now I'm falling all alone. Yeah, I'm hanging by a bare wire, trying not to let go. Your sweater's still around my shoulders, but it don't feel like before. It smells like every broken promise lying scattered on the floor. I replay our last December like a film I can't rewind. You were already halfway leaving, I was begging for a sign. You kissed me like you meant it, but your eyes were somewhere new. Now I'm staring at the ceiling, learning how to live without you. I'm hanging by a bare wire, sparks falling in the dark. Heavy baby, I still love you, left a fracture in my heart. I gave you all my fire, watched it flicker into smoke. You let go like it was nothing, like we were just a joke. Now I'm hanging by a bare wire, breaking slow. Maybe I was too much, maybe I loved too loud. Maybe you needed silence and I was just too proud. But I would have held the lightning, I would have bled the truth, if it meant that I could save us, if it meant I kept you. Now every time my phone lights up, I still hope it's you. But hope is just a cruel thing when it don't come true. I'm hanging by a bare wire, no safety net below. Every memory cuts deeper than you'll ever know. I gave you all my fire, every dream and every scar. Now I'm learning how to stand here with a shattered heart. Yeah, I'm hanging by a bare wire, still loving who you are. Sparks fading in the quiet, smoke drifting through the blue. Yeah, I'm hanging by a bare wire, still holding on to you. There's a letter on the table with your name in careful lines. I rewrote it 20 times, crossed the truth between the lines. The candles burning lower, dripping sorrow down the glass. Every word I never said is melting way too fast. You always loved the quiet, where nothing had to show, but silence can be louder than anything we know. So I sealed it with blue wax, pressed my heart into the flame, watched it harden like the moment you stopped saying my name. Every promise turned to ashes, falling through the cracks. And now all that's left between us is blue wax. You said love was fragile, like porcelain in rain, but you were always distant, even when you stayed. Your shadow in the doorway, your suitcase by the bed. I felt you leaving long before the final words were said. I tried to keep us breathing, but you were out of air. I was writing us a future, you were never there. So I sealed it with blue wax, let the teardrops stain the page, watched it cool into a memory I can't erase. Every maybe turned to silence, every kiss collapsed. Now all that's left between us is blue wax. If I never send this letter, will it mean you never left? If I never break the seal, can I pretend there's something left? The flame is almost dying, but I'm still holding on to something already gone. The smoke curls like a goodbye, fading into black. You walked away so easy, I'm the one who stayed intact. So I sealed it with blue wax, let the fire mark my skin. Every word I couldn't tell you, locked forever in. All the love I tried to give you, couldn't bring you back. Now all that's left between us is blue wax. A letter never opened, a heart that won't relax. You were my forever ones, now you're just blue wax. Your number still lingers on my cracked old phone. I call it in the silence, but you never pick up alone. I leave my voice in shadows, hanging on the wire, but it just echoes back to me like a song that's lost its fire. I hear you laugh in fragments through the static and the rain. I reach for you in empty rooms, but nothing feels the same. Dead dial, deadline, I'm talking to the ghost of your time. Every hello fades into the air, every I love you vanishes somewhere. Dead dial, keep spinning the numbers in vain. You're gone, but I can't hang up. I'm still holding on to pain. I see your name in messages I never dare to send. I scroll through memories that should have met their end. Your voice is just a shadow, a crackling on repeat. And I'm learning love can vanish without leaving a heartbeat. I dial you like a ritual, hoping something will spark, but the line stays empty and I'm left with the dark. Dead dial, dead line, I'm talking to the ghost of your time. Every hello fades into the air, every I love you vanishes somewhere. Dead time, dead line, I keep spinning the numbers in vain. You're gone, but I can't hang up. I'm still holding on to pain. Maybe I imagined everything, every word, every night. Maybe I love the shadow and I'm calling into the night. But I can't stop the longing, even when I know it's gone. I replay your voice in silence, hoping it'll lead me home. Every ring is a heartbeat, every beat a prayer. I'm talking to the silence like you're still there. Dead dial, dead line, I'm holding on to ghosts of our time. Every hello drifts into the dark, every I miss you tears my heart. Dead dial, dead line, I can't let go, can't say goodbye. You're gone, but I keep calling into the empty sky. No answer, no goodbye, just the pulse of a dead line. I reach across the bed tonight, your side's a hollow space. I feel the outline of your warmth, but it's just a fading trace. Your laugh still lingers in the hallway, your scent hangs in the air. But when I stretch to touch your hand, there's nothing there. I keep moving through the motions, trying to fill the hollow space. But some things leave a shadow you can't ever replace. Ghostland, ghostland, I'm holding on to air. Every step feels empty, every breath despair. Ghostland, ghostland, love's echo in my veins. I can feel you everywhere, but I can't feel you again. keys remain untouched. I talk to the silence, but it doesn't answer much. I close my eyes and feel you, a phantom of the past. Your memory's a weightless chain that I can't uncast. I try to move, I try to breathe, I try to make it right, but some parts of a heart disappear in the night. Go slim, go slim. I'm holding on to air. Every laugh, every whisper feels too thin to bear. Go slim, go slim. Love's echo in my veins. I can feel you everywhere, but I can't feel you again. I'd give anything to hold you, even if it's just a shade, even if the warmth is gone, even if the hands won't stay. But I'm left with shadows and the ache they bring, a hollow in my chest where your love used to cling. I follow your ghost through rooms, through memories, through rain. I feel you in the spaces, but I can't touch the pain. Go slim, go slim. I'm reaching in the dark. Every heartbeat is a whisper, every memory a spark. Go slim, go slim. Love's echo in my veins. I feel you everywhere, but I can't feel you again. I reach for nothing, I hold the air. You are my ghost slim, always there, never there. I hear it on the rooftops, beating like my chest. Every drop a memory of love that didn't rest. Your shadow walks beside me, though you're not really there. I chase it through the puddles of a heart stripped bare. You said forever was endless, but forever slipped away. Now I'm standing in the storm, and the sky is nothing to say. Hard rain, washing over what we were. Every kiss, every whisper, falling down in blur. Hard rain, I'm soaked to the bone, drowning in the echo of being alone. The streets reflect the lightning, the thunder calls your name. I thought our love was fire, it burned too tame. I reach for something solid, but it crumbles in my head, like the promises we made, scattered in the sand. I'm talking to the storm now, hoping you'll hear me too. But rain can't hold an answer, and I can't hold on to you. Hard rain, pouring over broken skies. Every love, every memory, drenched in our goodbyes. Hard rain, but falling with the drops, lost in the city's heartbeat, but I can't make it stop. I'd stand here forever if it could bring you near, but storms don't know the answer, and love fades in fear. So I let the water carry every tear I tried to hide it. Let the hard rain cleanse me of what's left inside. Lightning cracks above me, echoes in my chest. I'm learning how to let go, even if I fail the test. Hard rain, washing over every scar, every kiss, every moment, lost somewhere far. Hard rain, arise when it's through, but tonight I'm standing helpless under a sky of breath. Drenched in hard rain, every drop of memory, every storm a name. I let it fall, I let it fall. Hard rain. You were smoke against the skyline, steel dust in your hair, hands rough from holding things that weren't repaired. Street lights flickered tired on a cracked and empty road. We were young and undefeated in a town already cold. You said we'd outrun the leaving, said we'd build a different life, but dreams don't bloom in winter, and neither did we survive. Now my heart's a rust belt, corroded by your love. Once we burned like iron, now we're breaking down to dust. All the heat we held turned brittle in the rain. You left me like a factory shut down in the grave. Yeah, my heart's a rust belt, still echoing your name. There's a diner off the highway where we carved our initials deep. You swore we'd never turn into the things we couldn't keep, but promises are metal, left out Yeah, my heart's a rust belt, stronger but alone. Maybe I romanticized the cracks inside your walls. Thought I could be the sunlight through your boarded halls. But I can't save a city that don't wanna be saved. I can't keep loving someone already halfway away. Now the trains don't run here, and neither do you. Just echoes in the distance of what we used to do. Now my heart's a rust belt, haunted by the past. We were built to last forever, but forever didn't last. All the fire in our bloodstream turned fragile in the flame. You left me like a skyline fading in the gray. Yeah, my heart's a rust belt, but I'll rise again someday. Steel bends, but it don't forget the shape it once became. My heart's a rust belt, but it still remembers your name. I walk through the garden where your laughter used to bloom. Every petal that's falling feels heavier than the bloom. The earth tastes like memory. The wind smells like your name. I try to dig up the pieces, but all I find is pain. You said we grow together, but the roots came undone. Now every step I take feels like I'm walking alone. Salt soil, salt soil, I'm planting love in vain. The tears I poured here softly only feed the rain. Salt soil, the harvest never came. You left me in the fields to feel the ache, the flame. Your jacket still hangs by the doorway, the keys you left on the shelf. I try to replant our story, but I can't revive myself. The sun sets slow on the horizon, shadows stretching long. I whispered to the empty road, but the earth doesn't respond. I gave you everything fertile, every hope and seed. Now I'm left with barren hands and nothing left to feed. Salt soil, I'm planting love in vain. The tears I pour here softly only feed the rain. the soil is salted and decay. I step through the silence, hear echoes in the breeze. The past is all around me, and it never lets me leave. Salt soil, I'm planting love in vain. The tears I pour here softly only feed the rain. Salt soil, I'll rise despite the pain. Even if the harvest fails, I'll bloom again someday. Salt soil, love buried, love remains. We don't fight like we used to. We don't even raise our voices. Just two shadows in a room, making separate little choices. Your hand rests on the table, but it's miles away from mine. We're speaking in the silence, reading different lines. You say we're just tired, baby, but tired don't feel like this. There's a distance in your heartbeat every time we kiss. We're not crashing, we're not burning. There's no fire, no parade. We're just slowly disappearing in a quiet kind of way. No slam doors, no goodbye, just colors turning gray. It's the hardest kind of heartbreak, when love becomes a slow fade. We still sleep under the same sheets, but I'm freezing in July. You scroll through your reflections while I'm staring at the night. I remember how you looked at me like I was your whole sky. Now your eyes just pass right through me, like I'm not even there to find you. Say nothing's wrong between us, but something slipped away, and I feel it in the spaces where you used to stay. We're not crashing, we're not burning. There's no villain left to blame. We're just watching all the colors wash away like summer rain. No shattered glass, no last kiss, no words we can't unsay. It's the loneliest kind of loving, when love becomes a slow fade. I would have fought a hurricane, I would have stood in flames. But how do you fight the quiet? How do you hold a change that slips right through your fingers like it was never there? How do you save a love that just stops caring? We're still standing in the same room, but it feels like yesterday was the last time that you saw me before I slipped away. We're not crashing, we're not burning. No storm to blame, no one to hate, just you and me, becoming a slow fade. I laid our memories down in a corner of my mind. Every laugh and every whisper folded gently, left behind. I don't scream, I don't fight, I don't slam the doors. I just let the shadows settle where our love was before. You weren't cruel, just fading like a candle in the rain. I didn't bury my anger, I buried my pain. Soft grave, soft grave, I'm laying us to rest. No fire, no fury, just a heart confessed. Soft grave, soft grave, I'm letting go, I say. But a part of me will linger where our love decayed. Your sweater still on the chair, your perfume in the air. I trace the shape of absence like you're everywhere. But the nights are colder and the walls are thin. I fold our history softly, tuck it in within. I whispered all my sorrow into the night's embrace. I don't need to see your shadow to know you've left this place. Soft grave, soft grave, I'm laying us to rest. No fire, no fury, just a heart confessed. Soft grave, soft grave, I'm letting go, I say. But a part of me will linger where our love decayed. I'll plant a flower in the memory, water it with tears. I'll sing to the quiet for all our vanished years. Love doesn't always vanish, it just changes form. And in this soft grave, I keep you warm. I touch the past with gentle fingers, breathe the loss like air. I carry you in silence everywhere. Soft grave, soft grave, the same. In this soft gray, I hold you as safe. Found your handwriting pressed between the sheets, ink bleeding through the silence of what we used to be. Your coffee cup still on the counter, lipstick on the rim. Funny how the smallest things still pull me back to him. We were poetry in motion, now we're just a line erased. You closed the book without a warning, left me lost between the pages. I'm just a torn page in your story, a chapter you don't read. You fold it up out forever like it didn't mean a thing. Now the spine is cracked and broken, and the ending's rearranged. You moved on like nothing changed, but I'm still your torn page. Your side of the bed still colder, even in July. I still reach across the darkness like you're just out of sight. You said we'll always be something, but something fades away. Now I'm stuck inside the margins of the words you didn't say. You were already drifting, I was holding on too tight. You rewrote the ending while I was trying to fight. I'm just a torn page in your story, a chapter you don't keep. You packed up all our memories and handed them to me. Now the spine is cracked and broken, and the truth is hard to face. You closed the cover on us, left me as a torn page. Maybe love's just fragile paper, maybe hearts are made to bend. But you ripped us out so easy, like we were easy to forget. I would have stated every sentence, I would have signed my name, but you let go of the pen and walked away. Now every time I see your number, I still hesitate, like maybe you'll remember the story we made. I'm just a torn page in your story, falling to the floor. Everything we wrote together doesn't matter anymore. And now the spine is cracked and broken, but the ink won't fade away. You may not turn pressed between the silence of what we used to say. You closed the book on us, but I'm still